More than 3 decades after 6 women were murdered in what became known as the Tynongy Nth killings, 7 News has tracked down the prime suspect in the case. The man, now in his 80s, maintains his innocence and claims he's been accused by police of committing other murders.
Their faces are frozen in time. 6 women aged between 14 and 75, linked by the circumstances of their disappearance and death and their likely killer. More than 3 decades after the Tynongy Nth and Frankston murders of the early 1980s, there's a community push to breathe life into the cold case via a community-funded billboard bearing the victims' faces.
Ideally, I think the first point would be that people would actually start discussing the case again more to bring it back into the spotlight.
While the spotlight has faded, the intrigue of the case has only grown. On December 6, 1980, the bodies of Catherine Headland, 14, Anne-Marie Sargent, 18, and 75-year-old Bertha Miller were discovered in bushland off Brew Road in Tynongy North. The remains of Alison Rook, 59, and Carmel Summers, 55, were found in McClellan Drive, Frankston North in 1980 and 1981. A 6th victim, Nuramal Stevenson's body, was found 2 kilometres from the Tynongy North burial ground in 1983. The common link between the victims is that they were all walking to or waiting for public transport when they were snatched. CHERYL Goldsworthy was Catherine Headland's best friend. She says she won't rest until her friend's killer is caught.
They took her life, they took other people's lives, and they've had the opportunity, as far as we know, to continue their life in peace and do what they want to do and grow older. That's something Catherine could never do.
But that's not for lack of trying by police. The case has been investigated and re-investigated in each of the past 3 decades. And on each occasion, one man has remained the strongest suspect.
Look, this fellow was prime suspect, and with very good reasons. However, as was his right, he declined to take the witness stand and declined to answer questions.
That man, Harold Janman, admitted to offering women lifts in the Frankston area at the time of the killings, failed 2 lie detector tests, provided a false alibi, and once introduced himself to a police officer as the prime suspect in the Tynongy Nth murders. He is now in his early 80s, lives in a Bayside suburb, and strongly maintains his innocence. In fact, Mr Janman told 7 News police had accused him of committing 15 murders over the past 35 years. Around the time of the murders, the suspect drove a truck along this dirt track off Brew Road, near where the bodies were found in dense bushland. He was also connected by work to the area in Frankston where 2 other bodies were found. Another suspect is notorious rapist and double murderer Raymond Mr Stinky Edmonds, but at least one former investigator believes he was in New South Wales during the time of the murder spree.
You're dealing with a person who is very cold, a psychopathic type person, very difficult to break because the conscience is not there.
Mr Cole believes there is merit in reopening the case and offered this to any investigator willing to take it on.
Best of luck. Go get 'em.
Brendan Roberts, 7 News.